Um, I'd like to ask a little bit. You've mentioned a few different times how the drills were, kind of like your thing. How did it become your thing? Was that something that you did to yourself first? Like, when you had this kind of,
Yeah.
you're not getting private coaching, so then you're trying to figure out to do it. Was that something that you picked up in those early days where you would kind of go through the reps of certain drills when you had a
Sure.
moment, or how did that kind of go?
Well, it's a great question because what really happened was I would go to these conferences all the time. So I was heavy on the court. I taught 40 hours a week, sometimes 45, and I did that for decades. Uh, Joe taught me a trick of like, you should try to calculate how many hours you've taught in your life, and it's over 65,000 hours, just because you do it for long enough. But so because I was on the court so much, a new drill for me was gold. And I thought I had pretty good drills, but something new was like a piece of gold to me. So I'd go to these conferences, PTR, USTA Tennis Teachers Conference, USPTA back in the day. And really the number one thing I was hoping for is some new drill ideas. Because when I went home, I wasn't in the office that much. I was on the court a lot. And sometimes I would get a few ideas, but a lot of times I wouldn't get hardly any. Or there'd be like a famous name, like so-and-so from such and such academy. We're going to talk about drills. And I'd show up, man, I got my piece of paper and I'm ready to, and they would just tell stories. I'm like, I didn't get one usable drill out of it. So I started to, in the evaluations of these conferences, I'd always say, hey, we need more stuff on the court for drills. We need more drills. We need more drills. And there wasn't that much of a change, to be honest. So then I started approaching the PTR, USPTA and say, hey, I was kind of pestering them, guys, you need more drills. Everybody here wants drills. If you have one drill thing, like it's fully attended, it's like the most attended thing. Come on, figure it out. And I think I pestered them enough where they said, well, why don't you present on drills? And I said, I will do that. It ain't going to help me that much because I already know my drills. I want other people's drills, but I'll do it because I think you need it. And I remember the very first time, it was like another trajectory change in my life. I spoke, it was the USPTA World Conference. I don't know what year it was, around early 2001, 2002, somewhere there. I know it was in Vegas. And my drill presentation was titled Drills, Drills, Drills. It's a super creative name. And what I wanted to do, like I thought, okay, what do I want to do? I've been in the seat a lot, but what I would love is for some dude or some dudette to show me a drill, get to the point, finish in 2 or 3 minutes, and show me another one. I don't need you to belabor the drill and get, for 20 minutes. I want to have lots of ideas because chances are I already know some of them and some others will be new. So my goal was to get through a minimum of 12 drills. So I'd be averaging 3 minutes a drill. And I would start out by saying, okay, this drill is a baseline drill and it solves this problem. Let's show it. And then I would show it and I'd feed it and I had pretty good energy and it was usually pretty fun. And say, all right, that's it. So make sure when you do it, you do this. Okay, next drill. This one is now for people that get lobbed to death. So it's an overhead drill. Let me show you how to set it up, show it up, demo it. And I was just going quickly. And little did I know that after that, you know how it is when you speak at a convention, Calindia, there's always a handful of people that want to come up and talk to you afterwards and say, hey, thank you. But I literally had like 30 people standing in front of me wanted to talk. And I'm like, what are these people? So immediately that day, they were like, oh, the other cool thing is that for some reason, I was the only speaker for that hour, which I don't think, and it was an encore thing. So I had full attendance. So next thing you know, I'm getting invited to speak in NorCal and so in Southern, and I'm like, how does this work? Do you want me to come speak to? Does people get paid for this? Do I have to take time off work? When is it? So I started taking a lot of these speaking gigs, and everywhere I went, people were loving. I don't know if honestly, if it's just my drills. I think my drills are above average, but I think most coaches don't have that much creativity when it comes to drills, and they're kind of stuck using the same 5 drills like for decades.